tū nei, tū e te papa e takoto nei. Tū e te heringa tangata ka rongo te pō, ka rongo te ao, ki hei mauri o. Tuatahi, ko rātou ko wehe, ko rātou ka kōkuria, ko rātou ka mihia, ko rātou ka tangihia. Rātou, kia rātou, te homo wairua, o tātou i taunei i tēnei rā, tēnā tātou. Tēnā tātou o ngā hau e whā, kua karopoti nei, kua karapine mene nei, i tēnei o ngā whare. Tēnei o ngā whare ka tapaina ko te hononga, te karauna, i te Māori, ngā hapori whānui o tautahi, whānui tonu, tēnā tātou katoa. Tēnā tātou o hara mai, i tēnei rā, i te whakanui, i tēnei kaungapa, te whare tūrākau, hou o te taone. Koia hei whare mā tauranga, koia hei whare mā te kau mātua heki iho, te mokopuna, kia noho tahi, ki runga i te whakaro kotahi, arā, te whakawhangaungatanga, te mā tauranga, te whakawhānui anō hoki i te hāpo. Reina, tēnā koutou, ko whai whakaro mai, kia hara mai, tēnā koutou katoa. On behalf of our people of Waituahurini, it's my pleasure and honour to stand with the City Council today and to begin a process looking at our new city library. And it's a place that has traditions in our culture. Houses of learning are important parts of our communities, just as they are in many communities. So it's our pleasure and privilege and honour to be here together and to welcome all of us involved in this duty to begin together. Tēnā koutou.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for coming today. This is an extremely exciting day for those of us at the City who are launching a process of, well, it's almost like an extension of Share an Idea, where we are asking people for their ideas about the future of our library. Now, I thank Ngāi Hureri for the welcome and for ensuring that this occasion is the success that I know that it will be. Thank you very much. I always reflect on occasions like this when we're talking around anything that is associated with education and learning, that the Māori word to teach and to learn is the same word. So a teacher and a learner are one and the same, and it reminds us that we teach while we learn while we teach. Hayako is a teacher and a learner, and I think that that's especially important to remember on a day that we're launching a campaign to hear from the people of Christchurch about what they want from their library. This morning I started the day accepting a philanthropic and a government contribution to the rebuilding of our provincial council chambers, and an important day for Christchurch, I believe, in terms of respecting and honouring its past. And this occasion is about the opportunity that lies ahead in the future, and it gives us a chance to think about what our library will mean in the 21st century. So we move from one generation or one era to the next. I think that today is not so much about the way it was this morning around contributions in a financial sense. What we're looking for are contributions in an ideas sense. So people's ideas about what a library of the future will hold. Now, I should share my childhood memories of the city's libraries because there are three city libraries that were a memory for me as a child, and actually only one of them still exists, not in exactly the same form, and that was the Papanui Library. It was close to where I live, so I used to bike down to the Papanui Library and exchange books. I used to bike to I'll tell you how long ago it was. I used to bike to the St Albans shops for the mobile library on a Thursday night. It's now called the Merivale Shopping Centre, so even its name has changed in the time since I used to bike down to the St Albans shops, but there is still a mobile library that goes there, so that tradition carries on. And the Central Library, which was actually next door, and the irony is that when I was a young child, this building wasn't even built. So this building was built in 1974, and so I was 14 in 1974, so easy to work out how old I am. But the point that I'm making is that how much our city has changed even in my lifetime. So even without the intervention of the earthquakes, there were changes happening in our landscape all the time. And I can't remember the date that the library shifted from next door to its present site in early 80s. Yeah, so it was a bit later on, so it was after this building was built. So I guess that you can recognise from my description of my own history with libraries, or the city's libraries, was that I was an avid reader as a child. And often I go and talk to school groups, and I always say to them that, you know, my experience, my memory of being a child is that Mum would come in and she'd switch off the light at a particular time at night to go to sleep. And of course, as soon as she was gone and a little bit of distance given for her to get back to the lounge, out would come the torch, and the reading would continue well into the night. And that's my childhood memory. I was an avid reader. I loved reading. And what I love about reading, and it doesn't actually matter that the format of reading has changed, what I love about reading is that it excites the imagination. If you watch a film or a television program, you can see what a person looks like, you can see the environment within which they're in, you can even see what they're wearing. But if you're reading a book or reading online, you have to imagine that for yourself. And that sparking of imagination is what makes creative people. And creativity, I believe, is the new generation of work opportunities, but also career opportunities, business opportunities. Businesses are looking for people who can think outside the square, people who can imagine things to be different from the way they are today, people who are creative, innovative, and are able and not afraid to express themselves in these ways. And I think that is a very strong message that we are going to get from our children, who are going to come and tell us about what they've already been thinking about in terms of their ideas for our library. So I think that we want everyone in the city to be able to imagine what a 21st century library will look like and feel like and be like. But we can build a building. We can build the best building in the city, and I hope it is. I hope it's a real statement building. But it's not a library unless it's filled with people who are learning and teaching and sharing and starting to spark that imagination that will create our future. I believe this is the anchor project which anchors them all. This is the statement about who our city is. I am so excited that we are leading an anchor project which is about the city defining for itself its future identity. And that is what today is about, and I'm so excited. So we want everyone to remain firmly focused on the future while facing our historic centre, which is the statement about where it's going to be located. One of the children, I don't know if they're going to mention it today, but I've already seen some of the ideas that they've put through. One of the ideas was our library should be a place where they can read a book on doing an experiment, and then they should be able to do the experiment there. I agree. What a great idea. You know, these are the ideas that we need to encourage people to have. So this is a multi-platform way of producing ideas, the same way that Share an Idea was. It's simply a matter of filling out a card and submitting your idea along the way. Or it's, you know, the kids have got opportunities. You can do it on your iPads, there are applications, it's online. So every which way, people can have a say about what they want from their library. So I would like to now hand over to Carolyn and another one. Okay, sorry, I apologise. So, nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā rā tātou katoa.
Whakarongo mai, whakarongo ake au ki te tangi a te manu e re re runga rawa e. Tui, 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 tui a, tui a I runga, tui a I raro, tui a I roto, tui a I waho, tui, tui, tui a. Karo mo te po, karo mo te ao, tui, tui, tui a. Whakarongo mai.
Tēnā koutou katoa. Thank you very, very much, Mia. It's just fantastic to be at this stage. And what's more fitting, I think Carolyn Robertson, Libraries Manager, what I really want to do now is just introduce the schools. So we've got a pupil and representative from each of the 6 inner city schools who've been working hard on their ideas boards and their ideas. So I want you to come up one by one and just say to the school you're from, please, and I'd like you to give your best idea to the Mayor.
Hi everyone, I'm Stephen Munster, the Director of Unlimited Discovery Mood School. This is Mecca and this is Maya, and we're really excited to be able to share some of our ideas. So thank you, go for it.
My idea was to feel safe.
Excellent. So feel safe was a very strong message from this board, and a playground with video, TV screens and games, which also means that we're thinking outside the square. Excellent. Well done. Let's hear it for our
Kia ora, I am Lillian McGuire, and I used to be a teacher at Catholic Cathedral College. We have Louisa Dewa and Chanel Muir here to share their ideas.
One of the greatest ideas that our school came up with was exploring books with computers and iPads and other international devices.
So it's exploring books with books, computers and iPads. So that's that multi-dimension in terms of where you might be reading. Yep.
One of the other ones was for with all books from the past, with all them on the floor with glass on top, so we can look at them from the past and bring them to the future books.
That's a great idea. So a floor where they have very old books, treasured books, where they're actually on display so that they can be looked at. Yeah, so that's great. Yeah. Well done.
I'm Tessa Joutt, we're from Christchurch East School. This is Alexia and Bianca.
I was thinking of stories like Hogwarts, and it's controlled by the Elder Wand. And it's controlled by the Elder Wand, so it doesn't just change everything.
Right, a stairway like Hogwarts. I don't know. Does anyone? I've just had to confess that I haven't read Harry Potter, so that was Harry Potter, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. So but everyone here knows what it was because it got a good response. Well done. Yep. So again, this is about using the opportunity to undertake a bit of craft work in the library, so origami hanging from the ceiling, but actually learning how to do origami at the library and maybe contributing the origami to the hangings from the ceiling. Yep, good.
Good morning, we're representing Phillips Dance School. We've got Carl and Ashley.
We have not boring and no shushing.
Not boring and no shushing. The library's taking it on board.
No silence.
And?
I hear a big fish tank. So it's like a feature wall, but it's fish.
A big fish tank, so that there's kind of a feature wall, but it's a fish tank. Yeah.
It's live.
And excellent. Moving stairs have just come up again too. Moving stairs are very popular. May not be magical.
Greetings everyone, my name is Tony Kenchu, Principal of St Michael's Church School, and this is Aidan and Izzy.
Okay, what would you like? So an explosion of colour, and there's a feeling when you're in the building that you're lost in an adventure yourself, which I think is great. A talking book directory. Now the word scared has come up, so I suspect that being part of an adventure doesn't actually necessarily mean that you know exactly where you're going right away, so it can be a bit scary. And role playing, and I think that's come up on other boards as well, the idea that there's a dress up area where people can actually dress up as characters and actually do a bit of role play as well. Yep. Very good. Okay, so, yep. Right. Okay, so this is about a lot of technology that I know nothing about. So about apps, e.g. Siri. So it's kind of like using the talking facilities to find the books that you want to see as well. Have I got that right? Yep. And TVs, but 3D, 4D, 4 dimension. And lots of those. And again, just that whole idea of talking books as well, so that we're talking about accessibility as well. That's really good. Great idea. Excellent.
Kia ora everyone, we're from St Mary's School in Manchester Street, and it's my pleasure to introduce Michelle and Uavali to share their ideas.
At St Mary's, we've written down a lot of imaginative and creative ideas that we would like our central libraries would look like, but I would like to show you what we've written down. On the inside of the library, we'd like it to be filled with fluorescent colours, so when you first walk in, it's not just dull. You feel welcomed when you first walk in. And we would like bookshelves that are crazy shapes, not just lock bookshelves, just some crazy shapes, anything that you can think of. And we've even come up with an idea where we could illustrate our own books, encourage ourselves to illustrate our own books, special room, and yeah.
What I'd like is an outside area to read, also a cafe, and young people to go.
That would be very popular, except for Gareth Morgan. But outside area to read. We have a cafe as well, and you could even bring your pet, which is my reference to Gareth Morgan, because cat was used as an example. But there's lots of ideas in here as well. Beanbags has come up. There's a sense that kids would like to be surrounded by a sea of books and be able to sit back and actually enjoy them, in a setting. So, and again, this outside area to read is a big part of that, and cafe, very popular idea as well. But these are fantastic ideas. I do encourage you to have a look at them. So, well done. Yep. Yeah. You want me to say that? Yeah. All right. Okay, so this is very well rehearsed. We're going to go down to the site now so that we can see for ourselves where we're going to be located. And so we're just out here straight across the square. I think some of us are going down in the tram, yes, and and I think we'll have some clips there. We will, and we'll have the mobile library bus there, so people will be able to put their own ideas in. But if anyone's not joining us down there, please fill in an idea about what you want from the library before we go down. So, or see one of the wonderful people here that have the app for you to use. We'll have them through all of our life. In fact, why don't you tell people how they can contribute their ideas?
Okay, that's fantastic. Yeah, thank you. So, as the Mayor said, we've got the little postcards here, and we'll be having all these in libraries over the next 6 weeks as well. We've got, if some of the team can just hold up their little iPads, where we've got a fantastic little website where you can just enter your thoughts there, which is Your Library, Your Voice. We'll also be visiting the libraries, actually having some of us go out and talk to any people who want to come in and just to have a conversation about the new library and share our ideas. What have I missed, guys? That's it, now the main thing. So, and watch the space, yourvoice.cct.gov.nz. Yeah, so if you get a chance to have a look at one of those, the team will hold them up today, that's fantastic. Tell all your friends and family about them, and we'll have them down at the site entrance as well. Thank you. Thanks very much, everyone. Thank you very much.